wanted to take a power nap here on campus? As college students, we know how badly sleep deprivation can affect your workflow and ability to focus. And as students who have experienced the issue firsthand, we personally understand the consequences that lack of sleep can have on our academic performance. Designated sleep stations on campus are extremely important for students at Ohlone to avoid sleep deprivation and to do their best work. We will take you through the reasons why sleep deprivation is a relevant issue, what the solution is, and how it should be implemented here on campus.
First, I want to talk about how sleep deprivation is a rising issue that affects college students. According to a survey from the New Review of Academic Librarianship in 2018, in a survey of among 20,000 college students, 91% reported that they felt daytime tiredness or sleepiness. Furthermore, teenagers and young adults are especially, ignore my hand, I have a physical condition, especially susceptible to sleep deprivation issues due to a shift in their circadian rhythms. So what this image shows, their circadian rhythms cause them to sleep later at night, and they also are encouraged for this behavior by a society that rewards industriousness at the cost of sleep, according to the article. Additionally, this is known to have effects on their health and physical performance. That image that I accidentally skipped past showed how the brain was affected by this, and it affects students' reasoning, which can affect driving and their ability to perform well on tests. Students who stayed up late at night to study thought that they had performed better on their tests compared to students who had slept better, but the students who had slept better overall performed better in terms of the grade they received.
Sleep deprivation is a subject that also has several well-known major impacts on health and performance, including the ones you see above here. Sleep deprivation is known to have many impacts on the human body, including effects directly corresponding to brain function, the immune system's functionality, hormone regulation, and much more, according to Simon West at the Edwin Mellen Press. Lack of sleep in regards to brain functionality is known to cause impacts on your memory, your emotional control and judgment, your attention span, your information processing, and more, according to Simon West. Sleep is also crucial due to its role in removing and managing toxins within the brain that develop over time during the day, in which a lack of sleep can either cause, hinder, or halt the disposal of these toxins, resulting in the development of harmful conditions, including Alzheimer's, according to PubMed Central. Sleep deprivation can also increase the risk of development of harmful mental disorders, including stress, anxiety, and depression, according to PubMed Central. Sleep deprivation can also contribute to the worsening of existing medical conditions within an individual, increasing the risk of harmful development of further mental health conditions and severe mental disorders. Sleep also plays a major role in other bodily functions and operations, including blood pressure, cholesterol, and a person's diet, in which a lack of sleep can create a backlash in these subjects, increasing the risk of a person developing chronic medical conditions such as cardiovascular disease or high blood pressure. As you can see on the diagram above, these are just some of the negative aspects that sleep deprivation can have on your body, including functions of the brain, impairing your moral judgment, memory lapse, and decreased creativity and increased stress. It can also cause lung problems, issues to your pancreas, including an increased risk of type 2 diabetes, colon functionality disorder, including inflammation, muscular problems, heart problems, including increased heart rate, risk of heart disease and stroke, and hypertension, gut impairment, including effects directly to your immune system, your digestion, and other gut complications. And they're just some of the side effects that sleep deprivation can have on your body, among more. Now, although the lack of sleep can cause many issues to an individual's health, we believe that our solution will be the key to solving this problem.
So, installing sleep stations here on campus will allow students to stay well rested and better focused during class. And it's not actually that hard to even implement these here on campus. There's only a few steps that we actually need to follow to get these. But first, what are sleep stations? Sleep stations basically can be any empty area that's quiet that students can either rest their head on a desk or just like lounge around at, right? It's quite simple. So the first step would be to introduce the idea to the Associate Students of Ohlone, which is our student government here on campus. They'll contact the College Board and the Dean, and they'll get their approval. This is an essential step in the process because without the proper approval, nothing will happen. The second step would be to find a designated area. It's basically anywhere quiet, right? But the best options would be a library or an empty classroom. And I'm sure many of you walking around have seen a lot of empty classrooms, right? Any of these will do, and the sleep area could actually change based on whether a class needs that classroom. But either of these are a really good choice because according to the article, Naps and Sleep Deprivation, universities are realizing the importance of naps, and university libraries or other quiet places may be the ideal location. That's really good because it means it's basically free, right? We already have quiet places like classrooms and a library, right? So we don't have to fund a big project like creating a new building. However, the only financial hurdle that we have seen is paying someone to supervise. But this can be, they can be replaced by someone like a student volunteer. We can collect feedback to give to the College Board to show them the importance of these sleeping stations. We can collect this data using Canvas, social media, or here on campus. This info will also help us decide the size and the times these sleep stations should be open to maximize their usage. And according to an article called Need Assessments, collecting data can be an ongoing research which can allow the school to adjust the size and time based on the demand. Now that we've gone over how we will implement the sleep stations, we will now discuss the benefits.
So designated sleep stations will actually benefit all of us because many of us have part-time jobs or we have a long drive home. And having a place here on campus to actually rest is actually a big opportunity for all students. I feel that often juggling all these things can be really difficult, like a job, schoolwork. So sleep deprivation also is a major health and safety risk. I think there isn't enough information about how it's not safe for students to be driving home if they're sleep deprived. Students should have the option to rest at school so that they're safe on their commute. And also I think it's really important to remember that school is only one part of a student's life. We need sleep to be able to perform different tasks throughout the day. However, many students actually end up having to spend a good portion of their day at school. So having the option to sleep on campus will make it easier for us to manage and balance our school to work life. And second, if we continue without sleep stations, we will continue to face the same problems of feeling tired and burned out at school. And I think what a lot of us go through is that towards the beginning of the semester, we're really, excited to start the semester and we have a schedule going, and then as the semester goes on, we kind of fall off on like going to class and stuff like that. And I think if we had sleep stations on campus, we would be able to avoid that because now we won't be as tired or frustrated with school. And according to CDC, among college students, insomnia remains a topic of research and focus. Sleep deprivation causes things like depression and ADHD. These are actually the two most common mental disorders among college students. And having the option to sleep on campus would make it easier for us to avoid those mental issues. As college students, we often find ourselves, being stressed and tired, and lack of sleep will only worsen that. So the Division of Sleep at Harvard Medical School explains that sleep and mood are closely related. And so not only are we just talking about, students not being able to participate in class or be as attentive, but we're talking about long-term mental issues. So not getting enough sleep will impact our interaction and social life. because sleep does directly impact our mood. And now I'm sure everyone in this room can agree that not getting enough sleep every night can make morning classes like this one even harder than usual. And this problem is fully preventable with this very solution. And sleep stations on campus are important because we're trying to improve our health and our performance as students. Not only will we be more energetic and attentive during class, but it will also help us avoid major physical and mental problems in the long run, which should be not just the priority of students, but should also be the priority of faculty and college board.
Now, for these reasons, we feel that introducing designated sleep areas on the campus is a necessary solution to solve this problem that all students face. The importance of college students getting enough sleep and the effects of sleep deprivation is an overwhelming issue that all of us can recognize, and it poses issues not only to our academic performance, but our health and safety as a whole.
And in order to make sleep stations a resource for all Ohlone students, we must follow the steps discussed earlier. But most importantly, it's really important that we all come together to spread awareness on things like sleep deprivation and really the consequences it can have on our health. And not only will and sleep deprivation and the important role sleep areas on campus will play in our overall college experience.
For these reasons, it is our dream for college campuses to introduce sleep stations. Thank you and good night.